The next key principle to writing more engaging radio commercials is to tell a compelling story. Whatever the direction taken in a radio spot, there needs to be sustained interest. That means there's a turning point, a climax, and yes, a conflict. Without any conflict, the spot has nothing of interest. There's no spark. And of course, as in any good story, when there is conflict, there also has to be a solution. And not just any solution, but a branded solution that ties directly back to your message.
But we'll talk about that branded solution later on in Session 7.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you in the middle of a thought? Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Chief.
Uh-oh, here comes that conflict she was talking about. Well, I guess that brings me to the point of making your radio spot sensory and tapping into all your listeners' senses to paint a mental picture. Human beings are very sensory, and how we think is rooted in our ability to hear, see, smell, taste, and feel. You must make the connection to the listener's sensory bandwidth to fully leverage how the brain is constructed. You see, radio has a distinct advantage over visual media. First, the ear is quicker than the eye, and therefore the printed word doesn't get absorbed nearly as quickly as the spoken word. Second, the visual image fades much more quickly than the auditory image, so what we hear will stay in our memory longer. However, since half the brain is devoted to processing visuals, make sure that your script speaks in imagery so people can envision what is happening in the story. The key to painting a mental image is to place the listener right in the situation of the radio spot. Consider using sound effects, dialogue, and interactions that illustrate the setting in a vivid way. Tie this together with a sustaining plot, and you've got yourself a compelling sensory story to really engage your audience.